All right. So I was in the middle of working on this commission and I realized I haven't streamed in like 2 days, so might as well just turn it on. Anyway, this is another fan art commission. This is a Felicia from Darkstalkers. Uh oh, it's Felicia from Darkstalkers plus the Venom symbiote. It's gonna be like forever to figure out what kind of pose. Like I'm not even sure I'm happy with this pose right now. I just have to get this commission moving. Like I can't sit on it anymore. So anyway, I hope everybody is having a good start to their week. Welcome, welcome. A little high. So when it comes to like picking your pose, especially with female characters, like especially if you're gonna have like the breasts, um, the way the breasts sit is dependent heavily on where the arms are, and if you don't, you have to figure out where you want to do with the arms before you could determine anything else. And I did it backwards, and it's just giving me a hard time. This whole commission has been giving me a hard time today. I'm a little rusty. I'm fucking tired. At first I thought I wasn't going to my convention this weekend. Turns out I am. I got it figured out. Anyway, hang out with me while I finish this commission. All right. This is not a graphite commission, by the way. This is a full on ink Copic commission. We're gonna go like 100% on this to completion. I think Felicia's a little thicker. I'm gonna add a little bit more like just add a little bit more thickness based on her character design. Uh, How many fingers does Felicia have? Normal 5 fingers? Average person. Hey, what's going on? So when if we can get a few more people in here, well, actually, we don't need to wait for other people. So, uh, I got a really nice message today on the Instagrams. I'm not gonna drop names, but it was a fellow artist. She'd been around for a minute, and for the longest time, I thought she was doing really well, like with her commissions and stuff, but apparently not so much like financially, which is understandable these days. But it was really cool. She sent me like an appreciation message today. Since I don't know, I guess I'd given her some advice in like a bad time. Anyway, really good way to start the day. I opened up my messages and it was just yeah. Love the Pokemon drawing. Thank you. You know the very first version of that Pokemon drawing I did, the very first version of it, did it in 2015, which means we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary to that drawing. Because the first version I did had Gen 1 through 6, and then over the past decade, I've just slowly done upgrades to it, updates rather. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be 10 years since I did that. That drawing changed my life, dude. Like, when do I plan to add Gen 9? I don't intend to add Gen 9 for a long time. I'm not going to work on that Pokemon piece for a while. I'm talking like years because I don't want I don't want to just sprinkle a few new Pokemon onto it. The next update that I do, I want it to look substantially different. So like for example, the version that we have now, the one that has the Gigantamax on the outside, this version, if I were to take this drawing and just sprinkle in Gen 9 onto it, you wouldn't even be able to tell that Gen 9 is on there. Because there's so many Pokemon on here. I could take everything from Scarlet Violet, put it on here. You wouldn't even be able to tell. So I need to wait until like Gen 12, maybe 13, and we have a substantial amount of things to add onto this drawing. For those who are new, haven't seen this, this is my drawing of every Pokemon. Yeah. So Gen 9 is not going to be put on here until there's more. I don't want to add like 100. I want to add like 4 or 500 Pokemon before touching this thing. And that's all it comes down to. It's just I could put them in here. You wouldn't even be able to tell. So I need some, especially if they're going to keep releasing like I don't want to call them gimmicks, but you know how they have the terrestrializing, they have Megas, Gigantamax, they're going to bring Megas back. Eventually we're going to get another gimmick or whatever you want to call it, and who knows what that's going to be like, you know. So yeah, so this is going to stay as is for probably another 4 or 5 years at least. But next year, dude, you watched the full 6 hour video. Thank you. It took forever to edit that video. I could have finished like a whole nother drawing, the amount of time it took to edit the time lapse. Anyway, I appreciate that. Thank you. But next year is the 10th anniversary to that Pokemon, the original version of the Pokemon drawing. Um, and I have something really fun planned for that. Yo, Tim, what's going on, man? Not much, man. Fucking exhausted. Trying to finish all these commissions. I have this Darkstalkers Felicia. It's Felicia with the Venom symbiote. So I'm trying to think of like a fun pose, but I just every pose I come up with is just like a regular Felicia pose. So I'm just like, fuck it, let's go. Tim, what's going on with you? How's everything on your end? Actually, which large drawing do you want to do or plan to do next? Oh, in regards to like those big collage drawings that every character, the next one I'm gonna do is actually gonna be really different. I'm gonna do it like later this year. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be Power Rangers. I'm gonna do one for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's just something that I really like. There's not a lot of artwork of it, and it's just very different from all the other things that I've done. That's why I want to do it. I don't want to keep. I don't have a problem with continuously doing like anime and all that, but it just feels like I've done them. I want to do something different. Yeah, so it'll be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That'll be later this year. I'm talking probably like December. Oh, you're at work right now? Hey, that's good, man. Work is good. Could be worse. Could have no work. How is all that going, by the way, dude? I think Felicia's a little thicker. We'll thicken up her legs a little bit because I think based on the character design that I'm looking at, she has like really really thick legs. Yeah, based on all the little references I have here. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So this is not a graphite commission that we're working on. This is this is going to be like a full Copic commission. It's Felicia from Darkstalkers, with the Venom symbiote. That's fun, right? One struggle you have as an artist was taking your ideas from your head and putting them onto paper. Did you ever have this struggle? I think that's that's kind of like um uh that's like the issue, isn't it? Isn't that like 90% of what being an artist is? You see it in your head, but can you get it onto the page, right? And not even like visually, like let's say you even have just like an idea in your head. How can you like put it together and then put it onto the page? There's like a lot of steps involved. Every artist has that issue. Yeah. So, brain, your question was, or your concern was getting issue. Your issue was having the image in your head, getting onto the page. That's just that's just part of being an artist. The only way to get like past that is to just continuously put things down onto the page and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and eventually you'll get something that's either exactly what you want or something that you'll find acceptable. Depends on how strict you are. Um, but yeah, the only way around it is to just keep putting things onto the page. Like for example, if you hang out here, how many like I could bang out poses in my sketchbook like nothing. Like we come up with like hundreds of poses. It's not a big deal. I'm doing this one commission. I'm struggling trying to find one pose that I like, for this character, and it just happens. That's just part of it. That's just part of it. Don't trip over it. Don't let it frustrate. Well, I'm not gonna say don't let it frustrate you. That's disingenuous. I get a hella frustrated. Don't quit. Just keep going. That's all it comes down to. But yeah, have patience. Just keep putting it down on the page. Eventually, you'll figure it out. How have people been towards the graphite drawings? Oh, for those who don't know, I go to a lot of anime and comic book conventions to sell my artwork, and I used to offer like Copic marker, like full alcohol marker, fully rendered commissions. But because they're like fully rendered, I had to charge a decent amount for it. And I was like, man, you know what? I've noticed that the demand for commissions has been going up, but they don't want to pay that particular price, right? So I switched over to graphite commissions, which is basically just pencil drawings. Like pencil commissions, $50. It takes me like 20, 30 minutes to do it. dude, people has people have been like so about it. Tim, people have been hell about it. People love that very tangible traditional art look because I had mentioned it before where like, whoa, I got a YouTube oh shit, we got some subs too. What? Dude, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on. uh thank you guys. I appreciate that. Um so my strategy for conventions because guys, I appreciate it. Thank you. My strategy for conventions has been to drop the price down and then drop the I don't want to say effort, but drop like the mental load because when you're at a convention you're tired already. It's much easier to do graphite commissions than it is like alcohol work. And it's a lot more forgiving. What the hell's going on? I gotta open up. Something's going on YouTube. I gotta open up the YouTubes. I appreciate all that. Thank you. Oh, it's the gifts. It's the gifts memberships. Oh, that's what's going on. Glad you made the switch. People go crazy for sketches. Took so long to start going that route. Well, it was because I wanted to. I had been doing, out like alcohol commissions, like Copic marker alcohol full rendered commissions for so long that it's just kind of like, oh, this is just what I do. This is what I do. I didn't bother exploring because I was just like, oh, this is what I do. It was working. It worked before, and yeah, I switched over, and people just love that tangible, that dirtiness. People love the imperfections, and I had even brought it up before, where I was like, I got so good with the Copic markers, with the alcohol markers. Like I got so good with them. Not to boast, it's just I did that it basically is digital art at this point. You've seen how well I could blend. You've seen how like everything that I do with the Copics, it's basically digital art. And it's lost a lot of that like grittiness to it. And I think that's one of the reasons um maybe I don't know, like I don't enjoy it as much. Um so true. I just like to ask other artists these questions and hear what their struggles have been. Like you said, it's a struggle we all have. I mean, yeah, that whole thing about getting the image from your head onto the page is that's basically our entire job as artists. It's just like, so for example, like when a client is trying to explain to you what's in their head, and you're trying to get it down, it's just that, but for yourself. All right, we're gonna give her kind of the bigger anime eyes. Um, Working in graphite has also given me a lot more creative freedom to like try different things. Dude, I'll bust out. I must have done like 100 commissions over the past summer of conventions, like 100. And I was just like, look, resource like it only takes me like 30 minutes, all right, to finish one of those graphite pieces when I'm at my hotel after the con. I brought my price down to $50 and it was just like bam, bam, just getting them done. I must have done over 100 commissions over the conventions I did over the summer. It was crazy. Yes, that's what people like. I mean, most people. This one is not going to be that. This one is a full on commission. This one's going to be like Copic marker, alcohol, everything. Let's drop the eyebrow. Let's drop it so that the eyebrow connects to the top of the eyelid. Looks a lot more aggressive that way. Okay. And she has the Venom symbiote, so one side will be Felicia, one side will be symbiote. With sketches, there's oh yeah, wait. Thanks for inspiring me to become an artist. I used to suck at art and hate it, but watching your videos made me. Oh, dude, I appreciate that. You know, never forget to give yourself credit as well. I mean, give me credit too because I like it. No, just kidding. But no. I'm glad you decided to continue. You know, there's a lot of stuff that can interfere with your practice and your studies of becoming an artist. So anyone who continues to practice is you're okay in my book. I'm gonna have to switch to a darker something darker so I could like see where my lines are. First time chat, hello. Just want to say love your art. Keep thank you. Appreciate it. How much is a commission? Where do you get one? Oh, you're talking about like a graphite commission. I lost all my commands, so I have to there. Yes, rocket mail. Okay. Oh wait. I wrote that into the wrong chat. Hold on. There you go. Just email me and remind me. Another thing, Tim, I don't know if you're still here, but another thing is this summer I've been practicing with a lot of other mediums outside of my comfort zone, and I think if I hadn't dipped my toes into other mediums, well, actually, all the way back in February is when I started doing other things. If I didn't do that, I would not have been like mentally open minded to um, switching to graphites at anyway. I noticed that there's a huge upward trend of people wanting commissions at conventions, and I think it has to do with of course, has to do with AI, but on top of that, I find that even at comic book conventions, there are fewer and fewer people taking commissions. So I noticed that, and I was just like, all right, how do I capitalize on this? Whoa, thank you, everyone. You're so salty. Your channel got terminated with our interview. You got the video back up, but it's not gonna pick up like it did last time. Tim, you want to tell me what happened to your channel? Yo, Oren, thank you, Orenishi. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that so much. Um, what what happened to your channel? Did they give you a reason why they took your YouTube channel down? Was it figure drawing stuff? Did they take you down for nudity? Suggestive. You got terminated for nudity. You're not gonna lie, but they never told me specifically what it was. That was. Oh man, you know the thing that'll get you around that is to not draw any of the bits and bobs. You know, can't draw the can't draw the nips. You know, can't draw any of that. It has to be like it has to look like a Barbie doll. what once you do that, it's like yeah. But even then, even if you did, I don't see. But you know how these websites are. Even if I remember right, New Masters Academy used to have full nude models on their um used to have full nude models for their timed figure drawing courses on YouTube, the New Masters Academy. And now, from what I've seen, I don't think they're fully nude anymore. Ugh, man, I placed her way too high in the. Okay, look, now the head's too high, right? So now I'm gonna have to try and do some stylistic shit, or I'm just gonna have to extend the legs like extra far, so that I can fill the page. Otherwise, there's gonna be this gap here, especially since the hair is gonna be up here. Ugh. Uh, uh, was it shorts? Was it the community post? Actual videos? Like they just said nudity. Could be anyone. It could be all of them. You just have to assume that if you put any of that anywhere, you just have to assume that's what it was. Could have been one drawing. Could have been a sketchbook tour. Could have been anything. You saw so many Twitch artists doing anatomy studies, and they were hit with a shotgun of termination for nothing. I don't play that game. Like I don't like. I only draw. See, I don't. Even when we're doing like musculature study, do I ever draw any of the bits and bobs? Never. Because I don't trust. I don't care if Twitch put out a thing and said you can do artistic nudity. You guys remember that? For like they had for like 12 hours we had freedom to do like artistic nudity. I still didn't mess with it because I was like, nah, I don't trust you guys. Nope. And that's when a lot of people got hit. I was like, nah, I don't trust any of you. That's bullshit. You guys are not gonna allow that. Dude, now TikTok was the worst because even TikTok, I didn't even draw any nudity. It was no nudity. It was all, it was figure drawings. It was dolls. It was figures. There's no nudity involved because there's no muscles. There's no anatomy anywhere. I had, and they straight up just like, you can't stream anymore. TikTok did that to me. Yeah, versus like what they have on TikTok, which is fascinating, right? YouTube I get because they're very like Puritan on YouTube, or they try to act to be. They try to act like they are. They try to act like they be. Can I speak correctly? Okay, so Felicia will have like cat feet, right? Which is um this like if you ever seen cat feet, or if you ever done like lion studies or tiger studies, this section right here is very long. So when you see a cat and it goes like that, and then it bends forward with the toes. That's because basically you just have to imagine that this part is really long. So that's why it looks like that. It looks it would be like more or less like that. If you look at the bones, it's similar to a frog because frogs kind of have something similar. I guess it's almost like all animals. Like humans just have really short ones, but a frog almost looks like this. I ran out of sketchbooks, so I just started drawing on printer paper because I just don't want to. I almost bought more sketchbooks, but then I just realized I'm like I got like I'm talking about like a case of printer paper, and I'm just like I'm just gonna use that. All right, so I got 26 minutes until I have to go knead the bread because guys know I I make all my own food now because I try not to eat bad because I'm trying to actually take care of what's left of my body. So yeah, so I got some bread rising right now. About 26 minutes, I'm gonna go knead that. So we'll take a break in 26 minutes and I'll cook. Yeah, it's supposed to be my wife's job because she's a stay-at-home wife now. Uh, it's supposed to be her job to make all that food, but we just got back from the doctor, had another fucking MRI and all that shit, so she's knocked out, and I'll take care of the food. My bread fire. Do you guys, Tim? I don't know if you were here. Do you remember we said I was if we were gonna do this was like I don't know how many years ago this was. I said we were going to do a cooking with Chris episode. Just I forgot I owe it to somebody. I can't remember who I owe it to, but I owe a cooking with Chris episode to somebody. Yeah, we're gonna when I get better at making this bread, we're gonna do an episode of baking bread. Just to pass the time because I haven't made any videos in a long time. Anyway, it's crazy. YouTube has its favorite. Tim says YouTube is crazy. It has its favoritism. The amount of crazy shit big influencers have got. It's all money. Those popular people bring in the money, so of course they're gonna get. That's all it is. It's not even favoritism. It's just, oh look, they bring in money. That's all it is. They don't care about the person. They don't favor anyone. It's all about money. But that's everything though. That's how it is. Do we want to bow the legs in that much? I don't think so. That gives like a very weak appearance to do the what are they called? It's not bowed leg. Bowed leg is where the like the actual legs. This is what the fuck is it called? Anyway, well, somebody's gonna Google it and let me know. Someone's gonna correct me. I think it gives a bit of a weaker appearance, so we won't do that. So we'll right there. We had some stuff with the wife to do on stream. What happened? Oh yeah, she got sick. I mean, we had a lot of stuff planned, but you know, it was just kind of like everything was just whatever. After you know, when recovery came in, we just stopped thinking about everything. We're like that shit don't matter. Yeah. I actually have a thing like she wants to, uh, but I have a thing where I don't want any of like my family on like I don't want any of their faces on anything because the internet is fucked up. You know what I mean? This place can suck, can. You guys hang out with me. It's different. It's cool. I'm talking about like the rest of the place. So I just don't want any of my friends or family, like they want to do their own thing. That's cool, but I don't want them on. You know, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was just like, I don't. Yeah, I don't want you out here on these streets. She thinks she wants part of it. She thinks that it would be fun, but I'm telling her, I'm just like, look, because she has a streaming channel, or she live streams games, but she's not like on. She has no face cam, and she has no interest in the face cam, and I'm just like, it's just that. So she understands it, but like, I guess she just didn't put two and two together. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I talked her out of it, so it's just kind of like, after being on the internet for so long, it doesn't bother me, you know. But also, I'm a guy, right? And you know how the internet can be. Just don't need it. Just don't need it, you know. Yeah, when that Twitch artistic nudity thing happened, there were sure for some reason a lot of people studying anatomy who had never practiced it before, which means that all they cared about was hopping on the, you know what I mean? They didn't care about practicing the anatomy, they cared about abusing the system. And that's what that is. What does her hair look like? Very big, very long, right? Okay. By the way, how's the stream looking for everybody? I did a kind of a rebuild on my computer, upgraded it, and I've been really just trying to push the quality of everything in regards to like the streams and like my I've edited some videos that you guys probably aren't going to see, but it's been really fun because my old system would just like bottleneck and die. Your looks smooth. Thank you for letting me know. All good. Thank you. I don't like that. It needs to go like out. Like I'm not gonna lie. This one, if he wanted, if the client wanted this one done in like all graphite, this one will be so fire. Like if I was able to do this one in graphite and just kind of do like the just like the messy textures, you know. But you know he wants it done. He wants it done in alcohol markers, so that's what we're gonna do. He paid for it. But damn, man, Like much love to Copic Marker. You know, appreciate the free stuff. Appreciate the work and all that. But I find alcohol markers after these years of working with them to be like the most boring medium ever. It's basically digital art with extra steps. I don't have should hands be like this? Not curled in like this. Maybe it should be because she's gonna have the Venom symbiote. Okay, this isn't just like regular Felicia. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay. Go up a little bit here. Just to just like fill in the space. Oh no, let's do something fun. Let's instead of doing black line art, let's do red. Or like it's like a maroon for the line art. And because this is gonna be the Venom symbiote, like so much of it is already gonna be black and blue, you know. And her hair is blue. So see her claws are red or like a pink. Basically, they're you can pass with maroon on that. So I think if we do all the line art red, and then we have the everything else be kind of cool colored, I think that'll look a lot more interesting to look at than if I just did all black line art with dark colors. And by the way, if it doesn't work out, we can always go over red line art with black line art. So there you go. No, we'll put the black pens away, or then we're not tempted to. So the first pass is going to be really flat. We won't have any like line weight, any line variation going on here. This is just to kind of get things where they need to be. Then we'll color it, and then we'll go back in with more of the multi-liners to thicken up the lines, clean it up, and then add in some line weight. I did write down in the commission sheet for this commission that I was gonna live stream it. So that's another reason why I'm streaming. I just told them that I would. As soon as I saw that, I was like, fuck. What does everyone have going on this week? Yeah, I have a convention this weekend in Colorado, in Aurora, Colorado, right outside Denver, called NandesuCon, NDK. I was supposed to be in New York this past weekend for Anime NYC, but through a series of canceled flights, that just did not happen. That's a big paycheck that I lost. Change the song. You can't hear the music I'm listening to. Well, maybe you can hear a little bit through my headphones, but I'm been good. I've been good about not playing music on the streams now for copyright purposes. We'll probably do minimal coloring with this. Use a lot of white areas instead of like really going in heavy with the inks. I think we're gonna actually go really light with it because that should really let the red line art pop out. So Tim, I don't know if you're still here, but are you on the same YouTube channel now, re-uploading everything, or like did they reinstate your old one, take down all your videos, and then you got to start from scratch with like copyright strikes and stuff on it? Not copyright strikes, just whatever those marks that they put on your channel when they say you've been naughty. All new channel? Fuck, dude. I thought so. Did you not have a copy of the videos like on a hard drive or something? Okay, so we're gonna take about a 5 minute break. I have to go knead some bread right now. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay. All right. So give me like 5 or 10 minutes. I have to go knead some bread. Okay. So knead the bread and then preheat the oven. We'll come back, and then about 10 minutes after that, I'll put the stuff in the oven. Then we'll be able to continue. All right. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, we'll hang out. We got about 10 minutes, and then I have to go throw some bread in the oven. um, will you continue the Pokemon work? Raided, yo, what's going on? Appreciate the raid. Will I continue the Pokemon work eventually? It's just not high priority right now. I explained it earlier on the stream, but um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna add Gen 9. Like I don't want to update that drawing until there's like a lot of things to add to it. I don't want to add just like a couple dozen Pokemon. I'm gonna wait till about Gen 12, maybe later, before I do anything to that drawing. I also don't really have any hardcore incentive to, get to work on that piece right away. Um, One, the existing version is selling just fine. Also, um, even if I added Gen 9 now, the only thing that people are going to say is, so we're going Gen 10? Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who has followed that Pokemon drawing for this long. Like I was talking about earlier, the first version of that drawing I did, the original version of it, I did 10 years. Well, actually, next year will be 10 years. Wow. A whole decade of my life committed to telling people when the next update's going to be. Just so the streaming gods are satisfied. This character is not nude, right? He's got a skin suit on, got a symbiote. Did you see that they will be releasing releasing Power Stone and Power Stone 2? I'm not sure where it's going to be released, but I saw that they're making them available again. If you've never played Power Stone, oh my god, so good. Always imagine that she had really big forearms because of she's got like big old cat hands. But they look like normal size forearms. But we're gonna make them a little longer, a little thicker. Um, God, what's that symbiote's name? The female symbiote, the yellow one. Is it Shriek? No, that's not Shriek. Anyway, I can't remember the female symbiote. The really, really long um body parts. That this needs to be a little higher on this side. Tim says you're not one to be involved in art drama, but here's some art drama. I don't know. The way people are trying to cancel Ergo Josh for using AI art for his drawings, trying to make a print of it is funny. Oh, what? I mean, I was gonna ask what he did, but you pretty much described it right there. Come on. I don't. I don't follow any of that stuff. I got like. I mean, I personally don't follow it, but I mean, if you have the information in the T, I mean, we're here on stream already. I mean, oh shit! All right, I gotta hold on. Keep that. Keep that. Don't. You could type it out. Don't send it yet. I have to go throw the bread into the oven. Okay, and then I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right back. All right, give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I have returned. I don't have any dough on my hands, hopefully. That's hella funny. Dude, that's hella funny. Because on one hand, people are crazy, right? Like, despite how much live art that I've done, how much traditional art I've done, if I did one thing that made people think AI, that everyone would throw me under the bus. Everyone would just burn me to the ground. All right. So on one hand, people are crazy. On the other hand, that's his own damn fault. Should have known better than to make a video like that. And what'd you think? What'd you think? Well, you're gonna make a video like that and nothing was gonna happen. Uh, Unless he did it for attention. I don't know him like that though, so I'm not gonna say. All I'm gonna That's hella funny though. That entire thing that you just typed is hella funny. Well, that's fascinating. Yeah. Again, I don't know him like that, but from what you told me, strictly from what you've told me, it doesn't sound like he's chosen to go traditional. It sounds like he has no choice now. Because if he does anything other than traditional now, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like you you've lost faith in people once and it's already over. Like, like it doesn't sound like he chose it. It sounds like that's the only option. He made a whole video on why it was justified and people are yeah, that sounds like major high school uh childish shit. Justified. A grown ass man make a video online about why he chose to do something. Come on, son. It's the internet. Bunch of children on here. Mentally. Oh, literally, but also mentally. You're a grown ass man. Yeah, a lot of people following you. Do something. Who cares? If you just stop bringing, that's one of those things where like, you stop bringing it up, people forget it. Yeah, I actually, I don't know if I'm still subscribed to him. I actually don't go into my sub box often because one, most of the people who I sub to don't show up in my sub box, but also I like to just seek out the channels that I want to like. I don't let I do my best to not let I was gonna say the YouTube's let the algorithm determine what I'm gonna watch based on recommendations. I really only browse to consume stuff if I'm actively I have to actively look for it. So I will uh if I'm still subscribed to him, if I have this thing where I really try to unsubscribe from drama, whether or not I don't even see like I don't it's not showing up in my feed, right? I don't watch any of it. But if a channel is intentionally doing it, like there's an artist, if you even want to call her an artist. She I forgot her name, but she used to make some really interesting at least to me business art videos, and then it slowly became one of those um this is I made this much money with my art in X amount of time and this is how you can do it. just buy my course, became one of those people. And I just had to unfollow her. I even have some friends who I just don't follow them anymore because I'm just like, I can't have that show up in my stuff every day. Like it's fun to talk about it here because it's funny, right? But I'm talking about like if I'm on and I'm trying to find something and that just shows up in the way and I'm like, no, I don't want this. I don't need this in my brain. So he's literally giving them the damage control. He said he's not gonna make a print of it, but he's still gonna keep a video where he used AI or whatever, man. Whatever. That's the thing, though. I don't really see like. All right, this is just my opinion as somebody who's made art videos on YouTube for a long time. Um, I just, if you don't like what he's putting up, just unsubscribe and stop watching it. You know what I mean? Like when you tell me like people are trying to, which you try to cancel him, whatever. That's fascinating to me because like if I go to Costco, I use this analogy a lot. Hold on. Okay. If I go to Costco and they give me a free sample and I don't like the food they give me, the little sample, you go to Costco, they have that little thing they give you, like a little cup full of food. Try it. If I don't like it, I don't try to get the fucking booth taken down. I don't kick it down and start yelling at, you know, call this a chicken wing. I just put it in the garbage and walk away. That's why I don't partake in our communities. That's fascinating. I thought he had such a big following, like a really, really big following. There's another artist who I used to follow that I had to cut out some time ago. Jesus, I can't remember his name. But all he like the last set of videos I saw from him before I decided I couldn't follow you anymore was he was just talking about TikTok art drama. Like that's his entire channel was just dedicated to that. Not a single piece of drawing or painting in sight. And I was like, you know what, dude? Nah, it's good. Anyway, that's fun. Yo, what the fuck? How's everything going? It's been a minute. But yeah, back Tim. Yeah, man, that's very funny. I think that's interesting. I again, I haven't none of his stuff has showed up in my feed for quite some time, so I mean I think that's funny. I think that's hella funny. Oh no, what happened? First off, yes, I agree with you. Fuck all those conventions, but what happened? What what happened? Is it an accumulation of stuff or was it a single event that was really bad? Because I would I would agree with you no matter which one it is. Yeah, if I nobody nobody understands wanting to get out of the cons more than I do. I feel you. But just too much work and preparation. Online store has always given you better rewards if you focus your time on that. Except Anime Expo. Yeah, is it one of those things where you just kind of accidentally got swept up in cons when you were doing so well online? I know a lot of artists who are at cons actually don't do well online, which is why they go to conventions, like me. Oh, shit. So it should be tail first, or yeah, tail first. I was so zoned out during AX this summer because I was soloing my table, and I was taking graphite commissions, like what did I do, like 14 a night or something like that. Yeah. So for Anime Expo, 2 of the nights for AX, I just stayed up. I only slept one night out of the entire AX. The rest of it I stayed up, just doing commissions. I was so zoned out, but man, AX was hella good this year. I was like drooling at my table. Oh, it was AX that made you quit. Hey, you know what? I I've actually been like doing trying to get into smaller cons. Like instead of trying to fight to go to YomaCon, it's that same weekend there's SnafuCon in Reno, Nevada. And so like the earnings, like the gross is not as much obviously as going to something like a YomaCon, but I just got to drive like 5 hours north. You know, hotel's cheap. The table's $80. You know, I'm just kind of like, hey, a setup. Yeah, no, it's nice and chill. Go home. It's like an easier profit. It's like less time. It's less overall stressful, and the money's still good enough. So I feel you on. I have actually stepped away from like, if I have the opportunity to do smaller cons where there's, you could do just as well, um, at these smaller cons, uh, because there's less competition and your investment is like way lower. Not just like the time investment is lower, but like everything investment is lower. Mental energy, like prep time, all of it. So you have to hire employees and house them for AX. It's just so expensive. Yeah, yeah. Like for Evo, I had one helper for Evo, and then I brought my pro panels, and I had to set up the day before, and then like it was like a 5 day investment, and I had an employee, I had to feed and house them and everything. It's just like by the time it was all said and done, I'm just like, dude, I could have just went to fucking like whatever anime con, you know, a little 6 foot table, 250 $250 table, soloed it in and out in 2 days. I might have been short a couple grand from what I made at Evo, but then it would have been like 2 days of my life back, and then just like not have to deal with an employee, and you know what I mean. So I'm just like, yeah. So I mean, you don't got to cut all your cons, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with stepping back from. I mean, I know you like lots of product. But what's wrong with stepping back and going into like, can you possibly even fit in Artist Alley? Is that even possible anymore? I'm gonna tell you, I used to do. Remember pre-COVID, I was doing exhibitors, and I just fuck all this. So that's why I'm in Artist Alley now. I'm specifically Artist Alley, trying to do my best to get single table. I'm not paying for premium spots. I'm not paying for corner spots. I do none of that. I'm just like, give me the regular ass table. You ain't gonna give me that. I don't even want to bother to go. That's too much work. Except this weekend in Nandesukan NDK, I have a double Artist Alley spot. I don't even remember applying for it. And I'm just like, fuck, this is so much work. Double 6 foot. That's a hell of work. Malcolm, what's going on? Just yeah. It's the commission is Felicia with a symbiote. So I haven't been keeping up with, well, anything at all. How is VTubing these days? Is it still like the hotness? It's gonna be around, right? Like it's that whole genre is sticking around for a long, long time, isn't it? I would have loved to do this commission in graphite, but the client specifically said they wanted it like full ink, alcohol, Copic markers, everything, and I was like, God damn it. Nope. I could hear my wife is awake. She is going to have a fun laugh session at me when she sees the mess that I made in the kitchen because I made the bread today. I baked the bread from scratch today, and I made a fucking mess. When she makes it, the kitchen's like immaculate, right? It's like, but mine is just like, it's like wet dough everywhere. I know a lot of people hopped on because it was trending, and it's interesting to see them give up once the trend died. But it's another way to stream now. Okay, dude, dude, Power Stone. I was talking about that a little bit earlier, dude. Power Stone 1, especially Power Stone 2. Power Stone 2 is like what Smash Brothers wishes it was. I swear to God. I think Power Stone 2 is better than Smash Brothers. It's interesting to see them go. Yeah, yeah. But I guess that genre is going to be around for a while. It's like I know EXO, if you guys remember EXO, the artist. He is almost exclusively VTuber art. Almost exclusively. Hey, that's good. Whatever gets you drawing more, right? Whatever. I don't have a damn schedule for nothing, but yeah. If it gets you drawing more, then that's already worth it. My idea. Hold on. Yeah, my idea for streaming the sketchbook work was the same idea I had for the Artist Alley vlogs, where I was just like, look, I'm already selling in the Artist Alley. I'm going to turn the camera on just so I can get a little bit more, from what I'm already doing. If I'm going to be practicing anyway, I'm in the sketchbook, or if you're going to be working on a project or something like this, I'm working on a commission. I'm already going to be doing it. I may as well just turn the camera on, trying to get something a little extra out of it. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. My wife's gonna laugh when she goes into the kitchen and sees the fucking mess that I made. She's either gonna laugh or be mad at me. Probably laugh. Can't be mad if your husband's like cooking food, right? Like I'm prepping the food. So just laughs ahoy when I leave this office. I mean, your audience is so big already. Like going hardcore on the streaming is like streaming is what in Yu-Gi-Oh we called win more. Let me explain. So in Yu-Gi-Oh, you have this term called that you refer to certain cards as like a win more card, where it's like you're already in the lead, and you could already tell. Uh, oh, you think people are typing on the YouTube chat? By the way, it's not showing for me. Normally the YouTube chat shows up in my Streamlabs because I have the chat consolidated here. Nothing's showing up on it. Um okay, so in Yu-Gi-Oh we have a term called win more. It's like if you're already in the lead and like things are already going your way, and then you just do some stupid shit where it's just like you didn't need to do that. Like like you do something where you stop your opponent from like drawing more cards. You're like, you already won, you didn't have to do that. To me, streaming is one of those things where it's like if you already have a big audience, if you already have a big audience on like your other socials like you do, like a lot of attention, a lot of engagement, and then you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna start streaming. That way I can interact with people. Um I can interact with more people and get them to sell and sell them stuff in real time, you know? So if anyone like somebody, for example, like no, Ross Draws is like too big of an example. Like that's too much. Like a Sam does art, whatever the fuck his name is. If Sam was just like, I'm just gonna stream once a week, and when I stream, we're just gonna sketch, but I'm gonna be plugging stuff, and I could probably, you know, sell to make like 100 sales in a night if I felt like it. Now that's like a win more. So with people with high engagement, I've always found it fascinating that you don't utilize live streaming because you could sell people stuff in real time. Win more, right? All right, guys. So I have to go. Now that the wife's awake, I have to go take care of her, make sure she's all right. We had an MRI. I had to take her to get an MRI this morning. So when they do that, if you guys don't know, they pump you full of some like dye into your body, and it can make you pretty nauseated. So I got to go take care of her. In about 8 minutes, I got to go check on the bread anyway. So we'll just thank you for coming through. Thank you for the follow. We're gonna call it here. I'm gonna go take care of stuff that I need to, and then I'll come back on the stream at some point later today because this has to be done. I have a convention. Oh God, I have to go to Colorado. Gotta go to Colorado this weekend. So thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all the subs. Um, that's my wife. I have to. No, I ain't gotta do it. No. It's not a big like the hard stuff is done now. You know, like the hard stuff is done. Everything we have now is just kind of maintenance, just going and getting checkups and all that stuff. So really, not many would do that. I mean, I'm not here to judge. So I just think like I'm not the sick one. Know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. Like it doesn't seem like a big deal because I'm not the sick one, you know. So anyway, if I do get sick, I expect all of you to subscribe to the Twitch channel. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll let you. I'll let you know how the bread goes, and if she makes fun of me for the mess I made.